seen from Brock Purdy since he got here?
I mean, he's just been ready at every opportunity he's gotten. You know, he didn't get much in OTAs. Most of that went to Trey and Nate, and whenever he did, you could see what he showed you guys on Sunday. And each time we picked it up, he just showed more of that. He's very aggressive in what he does. Sometimes that can keep both teams in the game, so that's stuff that you got to work on as you play more. But that's where you want to start with it. When a guy can make some plays like he does, he gives you a chance to win. And but we got to figure out what the best way to win with him.
Is that what you liked in the preseason? That aggressive way that he, operates, runs the offense.
Yeah, I like when a play's there that guys aren't scared to make it. You know, they don't hesitate. They don't take a second look at it. They let it rip and they worry about it after. A lot of guys who just guess do that too. So you got to find out whether they're being aggressive or just if they're deciding then to do it or if they're deciding on Wednesday. And then that's a big difference. So, but Brock has been very good with it. He can explain what he sees, and that's why we got a lot of confidence in him.
You mentioned a number of times with Brock that you like the experience, the amount of games that he played in college. How can that experience help in terms of when do you go back and watch college games because he's seen this or that type of thing?
No, I just think when you're a four-year starter in a pretty big conference, you've just been in some pressure, and you've done it a lot. You had to come in there as a freshman when you're this youngest on the team, and to be able to do that 4 years in a row, you can tell when guys have done that. They've just been under center a bunch. They understand just how to play the game. They've been in it a lot, and they've been in a lot of situations. Now he's got to see there's a huge difference in the league and stuff like that, but you can talk about a lot of things, but you can tell he's been in it, and I think that's how he knows how to play fast.
How big of a challenge does he have this week going against an experienced defensive coordinator like Todd Bowles who can show him so much?
He's got a huge challenge. I mean, Todd alone, but also the talent they have over there. I mean, they stop the run as good as anybody in this league. They've been doing that for a number of years. They're extremely good in their coverages because they can do anything that they want. They're good in man. They have all the blitzes. So Todd's probably going to throw everything at us, and what works, he'll keep doing it until we figure out how to do it better back.
The conversation's been like with Brock since Sunday, since the game ended. How has he carried himself?
He carries himself the same way. Brock's got a good edge to him. He's quiet, but I think he's more respectful, just being the younger guy in the room and stuff. But you can tell how the rookies gravitate to him. I mean, he's got good command over them. Our scout team, from Fred and all those guys, they love him. He's aggressive over there. He's not shy in anything he does, but he's fit in with our team well, and he's understood his role, and now it's gotten a lot bigger. But I don't think he changed that. He just keeps being him, and we'll see how it plays out.
What's he been doing the past 2.5 days in terms of preparation? He said his preparation had him ready for last Sunday. So, I mean, how has he dove in this week?
I mean, he was there the whole time, and I think that's what guys do. They're like, I've been preparing to start, and now I'm starting, so what else more do I have to do? And I tried to tell him just to calm down. Let us do that part. You just keep reacting in there and playing fast and having a clear mind and being ready to be aggressive. And I thought that's what he did great on Sunday. So he's in a different role, so he knows exactly what to expect, but he doesn't have to change much. I mean, he had to prepare a ton. It's real hard to do that week in and week out because that takes so much effort. I couldn't imagine studying all week for a test and then not being allowed to take the test. You do it a few weeks in a row, and some guys eventually roll the dice, and they're like, all right, it's not happening. And then in first quarter it happens, and then they can't handle it. Brock was ready for it. He handled it, and that's what he's got to do this week too.
He and Jimmy spent extra time together?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Have he and Jimmy spent any extra time together this week just to prepare and Jimmy to get him even more ready?
Did him and Jimmy? No, Jimmy I think will come around, be in some of the meetings, but he saw how Jimmy did it and what we all gravitated to help Jimmy get ready for Sunday, and now it's his role, which he'll do it his own way. He'll do it a little bit differently. He gets to see how Jimmy does his process, though, and now we got to start adjusting to figuring out what's the best stuff that helps Brock throughout the week.
You compare the difference, the process, you and the coaching staff going from Trey to Jimmy and now from Jimmy to Brock.
I think it was a little bit bigger from Trey to Jimmy, just in terms of the running element that Trey had, just how we looked at a game plan, how we positioned all the formations and stuff to kind of keep him always as a threat as a runner. Jimmy and Brock aren't necessarily running threats, so you don't sit there and design stuff like that, but they're definitely both mobile enough to make plays with their legs.